Hello, English 115 students. We are at the end. This is hopefully the final announcement that you're going to see, unless there's a problem where I think of something I forgot and I'll have to send another one. But this is the final countdown. We are opening the last two modules, 14 and 15. They're both pretty much focused on the same thing. And in fact, let's just take a look at them. I don't want to spend a lot of time because they each have their own videos, but I do want to just kind of point out a couple of things to you. In module 14, we are doing a reflective forum. This is really a start to your reflective writing. You have one last writing to do, which is a reflective essay. Don't get intimidated. It's not a long one. It's very short. It's 2 pages. And I'm very, very specific on the criteria. I have the video and I kind of walk you through some things. So pay attention to that. But in module 14 is the forum, and this is kind of like where you're building the outline of what you're going to write, kind of get you thinking about things, and you're sharing that discussion. And then in module 15, that's where you submit your draft. Okay, so because this is the summer course, they're both going to be due at the same time. So pay attention to the due date. It'll be August 1st on everything in 14, which is the forum, and everything in 15, which is the essays. So they're both linked to the same thing. It may look like a lot, but it's actually, you're building all the same thing. Don't get too intimidated by the reflective essay. It is not meant to be a difficult one. It is a personal narrative. You're just basically talking about your writing journey and different aspects that you've learned in the course. No quoting, no works cited, no referencing, none of that stuff. So just make sure you have it in MLA format, which we've been working on all semester long. I do want to point out in module 15, there are 2 items. They're non-graded items, but I would really appreciate you spending 5 minutes and completing each of them. The course evaluation and then course reaction survey. These 2 pieces of information are very valuable to me and to the college in general. We make decisions based on feedback we get. I mean, this is how the class has evolved into what it is now. It was based on feedback from students. And I'm always trying to improve and make it better. So please make sure you take 5 minutes for each of those and fill those out. I do want to emphasize they are both anonymous and that they are not graded. In other words, they don't count to your grade at all. The only item in 15 that's graded is the reflective essay. The other word of caution I want to kind of give you is a due date is a due date is a due date. I cannot give extensions. We're at the end of the semester. So for the summer session here, August 1 for you guys is when everything in module 14, 15, essentially the reflective essay is due. Make sure you get it in on time. It takes me a little while to get the grading done, all those kinds of things. Now is the time to reach out to me. If you went back in grades and say, hey, you missed this, or I submitted this and you never scored that, get my attention now to make sure that grade gets logged in. But at this point, no back work is going to be accepted, and I don't take late work for the reflective essay. So you need to make sure that everything is done and submitted. It takes me a while, so I need the full week to grade. The good news is you'll have no more assignments. This is it. And so essentially when you upload the essay and do those evaluations, you are done. Be watching your, I'm going to stop share. Be watching Moodle for your grading. As I grade them and get them done, and I will post. So you'll see not only your grade for the essay, but then you'll see your overall grade. If you look at the bottom, it'll say course total, and that will be your overall grade in the course. And you'll be able to see that before I even submit it to the dean. So be watching for that. Be watching for messages from me. If there is a red flag of something, I usually will reach out to you and give you something like 24 hours to respond to me. So be watching your email every single day. I would check it multiple times a day for messages from me. If you don't get a message from me, you know, that's totally fine. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And just be watching your grade because I will be posting as they go through. As always, reach out to me with any questions or concerns. It's certainly been my pleasure working with you, even though it's been remotely this semester. I truly hope you found the course valuable and that you found it, if not enjoyable, at least not traumatic for many of you, this was your first online course. As always, I'm here to help. I'd rather you reach out to me with a question or concern. Do it as quickly as you can so that if we do have time to address it, I will certainly address it right away. It's much easier to address things before I submit things to the dean than it is after. And I'm always here to help. So if there is something that you need to get my attention on, make sure you do that right away. I do want to say thank you for letting me work with you this semester. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer.